A cartoon featuring little Brrm. It was such a lovely day that little Brrm decided to go to the car park. There were quite a few parks near him where all cars could go for a peaceful rest. The one he liked best was the multi-story park in the centre of town, and the best place was on top. There he could get a good view of the town. As he stopped at the traffic lights, he noticed a very smart-looking garage. Little Brrm thought, "Oh, I'd love to live in a place like that." As he was thinking about it, the door of the garage opened, and out came an immaculate car. It was as smart as his garage, sleek and shiny. "Cool," thought little Brrm. But he wasn't paying attention to the road. The traffic lights had changed to green, and he was holding up all the cars and trucks behind him. They were a bit put out with his lack of thought. He quickly drove off before they became really annoyed. As he continued on his way, he thought that one day he would have a garage like the one he just passed. Wouldn't it be lovely? I could invite all my friends around and really show off. He soon got to the car park, was about to get his ticket, when he realized he didn't have any money. "Oh dear, what can I do?" he thought. "I know. I can creep under the barrier and pay when I come here next time." So, being small, he managed to slip under the barrier and started his climb to the top. Up and round he went until he reached the top. Then he went to his favorite place and settled down. "Oh, this is good," he thought, as he gazed across all the buildings in the town. His rest was interrupted by the sound of a car coming up behind him. When he saw who it was, he got a surprise. It was the smart car he'd seen coming out of the smart garage. "Excuse me, sir," he said. "I am the owner of this park. May I see your ticket, please?" Little Brrm was completely taken by surprise. Well," he stuttered. "You see, I didn't have any money, so I thought no one would mind if I came in and paid tomorrow." He was very embarrassed. "Yes, I've heard those tales before," said the smart car. "Come on, out you go, and if I catch you again, I'll call the police." Little Brrm was humiliated by this. The car just didn't believe his story, even though it was true. Little Brrm went home feeling very misunderstood. Next morning, little Brrm thought he had better go down to the car park to pay and make up for yesterday. This time, he made sure he had enough money. When he got to the park, he bought a ticket and started up to the top. Up and round he went. When he got to the top, he looked for the smart car so that he could pay him for yesterday. But he was nowhere to be seen. So he just went to his favorite spot and looked at the view, as usual. But today, as he looked at the houses and things, he got a shock. He saw smoke coming from one of the buildings in the town. It looked as if it was on fire. "Help! Fire!" he shouted as he rushed out of the park to see if there was anything he could do. There's a fire in the town! There's a fire in the town!" Racing along, he passed a fire engine that had stopped. He thought it odd because this engine should have been trying to put the fire out. He went back to it and saw that it had broken down. "My engine won't go," said the fire engine. "Oh, that's terrible," thought little Brrm. "What can I do? What can I do?" He panicked for a while. Then he had an idea. "I know. I'll see if I can give it a push." He got behind the vehicle and started to push with all his might. Oh! But it was no use. The fire engine wouldn't budge. He was much too heavy, and little Brrm was not strong enough to move him. Then he had another idea. If I take all the equipment off the fire engine, I could try and fight the fire myself. So he took everything he thought might be needed. He then rushed off again in the direction of the fire, shouting as he went, "Fire! Fire! Out of the way!" He was so laden down with equipment that you could hardly see him beneath it all. He did all sorts of naughty things that he knew fire engines did, like going fast and going through traffic lights when they were red. But he was a fire engine now, and he had to get to the fire quickly if he was going to put it out. He finally arrived at the scene of the fire exhausted, but quickly as he could, he backed up to a hydrant so that the hose he was carrying could be attached. Then the water was turned on. Whoosh! The water came gushing out with tremendous force. The smoke blowed into the air as little Brrm held onto the hose with all his might. He kept the water spraying over the garage until the fire was out. Luckily, only a small part of the garage got burnt. And when little Brrm looked at it, he got a surprise. It was the smart garage, the home of the elegant car park owner. Little Brrm was tired out after using up all that energy and was resting when all of a sudden the smart car himself arrived, wanting to know who put the fire out for him. He got a big surprise when he saw that it was little Brrm. "Oh, thank you so much for saving my home," he said. "By the way, my name is Mr. Moretti. What's yours?" "Little Brrm. I'm glad I was able to help." "Oh, we were going to have a party this evening, so perhaps you would like to come around here tonight to celebrate with my wife and I, eh?" "Oh, yes, please," said little Brrm. He saw that Mr. Moretti hadn't recognized him as the car who got into his park without paying. On his way home, he thought he would visit the car wash so that he looked nice for the party. As he got there, who should be coming out but Ronnie Railton. "Oh, hello, Ronnie," said little Brrm. "I've just been invited to a party over at Mr. Moretti's place tonight." Mr. Moretti, eh? We are going up in the world, aren't we? You should be well looked after there. He always puts on a good show. Enjoy yourself." "Yes, I will," said little Brrm. That night, he had a wonderful time at the party. Mr. Moretti made a speech. "I would like to thank little Brrm for his courageous efforts in putting out this fire. He did a marvelous job, and we all appreciate it. Little Brrm will be receiving a reward quite soon, but I'm not going to tell him what it is. It will be a surprise. Good luck to you." Little Brrm was excited and curious. A reward? Fantastic! I wonder what it would be. He thought about it all the way home. Next morning, because it was still nice weather, he decided to go down to the park once again. When he got there, who should be waiting at the gate but the elegant Mr. Moretti? And he was there to present the reward to little Brrm. It was a free pass to all of the car parks. Little Brrm's face lit up. "Oh, thank you. I didn't really expect all this." "It is just a small gift to thank you for stopping my home from burning down, and I hope you enjoy it." Together, they both went up and round to the top of the park and over to little Brrm's favorite spot. As little Brrm looked out at his favorite scene, he thought that the free pass must be one of the best presents he had ever had.